we're good to go. We're live. I think we're live.
Yeah, we
Normally,
live.
like Darrell's like, yeah, let's do this. Okay, let me just log into Twitch to see what we've got. No, that's not what I want. Okay, how?
You connected at the top. You see the top? It said
Yeah,
with the leave button at right there.
yeah, I've got it. It's like let's just have a look at on all these things. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I can hear myself, but yeah, okay, awesome. Hello everyone. Hello. We are live.
So,
How are you doing? How are you doing?
chilling, man. Got my son in the background though.
Yeah. So let's hello there. um, so let's talk about Shiz. Okay, I need to be back in live stream. So I was just looking at the stream then. Hello.
All right, yeah. All right, go back in the room. All right,
It's
all right.
fine.
Get up. Let's go.
Okay, so okay, yeah, we're live. Okay, hello everyone. We are live. We are live and doing shiz. So
He would not stay off the screen, man. I'm trying to get him out the screen. I'm on YouTube too.
yeah, we're on everything. He's like, man, I just want to be a YouTube star. I want to be famous like all those cool people out there. That's what I'm guessing anyway.
Yeah,
Always,
he just want to be on the camera though. I'm just trying to get him off the camera because we live. Like, hey
yeah,
man, you just another day when we recording or something. Right?
yeah.
So, oh, real quick. Let me get him settled real quick so he be out my way.
Okay, cool. So it's just me at the moment, and we're talking about random things at the moment. So we'll give a little bit of time for people to come in. I've got like everything everywhere. Maybe I should do it. It's been a while since I've live streamed on my own for a while. Anyway, you're back. There we go.
Yeah. They is not listening, man. Like, come on, man. I picked the wrong time moment to do this.
It's the start. They'll be like, oh my god, like we went global and it was fantastic. And then they'll be like, Dad, I want my own streaming PC. I want to play games.
Yeah, I think they thought I was just on. Some about the cameras, man. They like to see
Oh
stuff
yeah,
on there. And I'm just like, here he comes again.
yeah.
So,
It's like when if you're on TV, it's like, hi mom, I'm on TV, and no matter who it is, everyone will roughly do the same thing.
right. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm trying to be nice as possible. Like, hey, got the way. Then I turn around, I didn't know my daughter was behind me, man. Well, I'm getting
yeah.
him out the way. So I was like, oh man, we have to get you out the way too. So they're picking the wrong moment to come on to do this.
Yeah. Damn the time. So, God. Okay, so we have before we jump into the big stuff. Let's talk about Power Rangers and the lovely stuff that's just dropped, which is the Boom Comics. So if everyone doesn't know, Power Rangers is doing like a mini series for now that has like quite a few rangers actually writing all of this at the moment. It's one of your friends, isn't it? Like they're writing it.
Don't let you pop.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh well, you popped up since I was
Yeah.
asking. Yes. Yes. One of my friend JG something. He's writing it. He's partnership with Catherine.
Yeah.
But also they got a thing. They got like a movie thing together. Like the Catherine did our last movie with the. I guess she was rich, or school teacher or something like that.
Yeah.
And So they do a lot of partnership. I wish I could bring him on here because he can explain better than I can.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be. I think one day, but they are partnership. Him and Nakia. My bad, not Catherine. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah. So they do a lot of stuff other than comic books. They do like the movies and something have to do with the movies. They got like a film production
Oh, have
together.
they? That's
Yeah,
really cool.
yeah. I forgot to share that to you, man. But yeah, they
Yeah.
got that together.
Oh, that's not that's not too bad. Just let him stay. Just let him stay. Yeah, it's fine. He's like, God damn, like I want to watch though. Stay,
Yeah.
stay, little man, stay. It's cool. So yeah, I don't know too much about this. I haven't actually. So Phil's got his mic muted. That's cool. So I don't know too much about this, but it just seems like, from what I can see, is like from I've seen the artwork and stuff, is it feels like it's going to be one or two like different things. You have Mighty Morphing, you have a mixture of Rangers, and then you have Zeo as well.
Yeah, my thing is this. I feel like it's just like a rewriting of the other comic books when it first came out.
Yeah,
Like it's like they bring the same thing like we already saw before. Like, okay, what if I got the book? What if I get the comic book, and then it's like, oh, it's just like the first one when it came out with. You
yeah,
know what I mean? You know what I mean? But a different. Like I don't want to. I want to get buy the same thing if it's already sound like it look like the same thing. You know, to me it's just the same thing. We like they
Yeah.
just changed the characters up, but a different same. It's like the same storyline.
yeah. I get that. Yeah, I think I'd be a bit annoyed. Like from what it looks like there's like one or two like people that are gonna do this, and that's gonna be fine. But yeah, I don't want to buy like all these covers, and it's exactly the same all the time.
Like they got like grandma as a Power Ranger there. Really, a grandma. All, so
Hmm.
where she have a heart attack or something?
Yeah, just kill him all.
Well, grandma able an 81-year-old woman able to fight as a Power Ranger. Like,
Oh, we're talking about Infinity.
yeah,
I absolutely hate that. I absolutely hate Infinity. Like there's like I think the first 2 pages it looked okay. Like they showed some like certain stuff, but I generally just hate it because of like the bear in it, and I hate the fact that they're putting like animals as rangers and stuff like that.
yeah,
Um,
man. That's the Omega shit. They did the same thing with the Omega. They had to have one animal on that bitch
yeah,
and the
the
alien.
cat.
But we
Yeah,
never gonna see this joke a live version because it would be perfect be like a Guardian of the Galaxy type thing.
yeah. The only time you would ever see it is in the '90s, where everyone's like puppets. Everybody loves puppets, and that's literally the only time that you'll see. Um, so yeah, that's where everyone was desperately like, we need to make this a big thing in the '90s. It would definitely annoy me. Let's just say that.
Well, it annoys me versus the Merry-Go from Turbo.
That I absolutely hate it. That's one of the reasons why I did not like the Turbo movie, because it's just like, why would you have him in there? It's like, no, you don't need this.
And so, oh, he did an ET moment. Oh, with the
Yeah.
wine.
It was such a big thing that people loved back then, and it was just
Oh,
like, let's just do that. And I'm just like, no, let's leave the puppets alone. Little things like that.
yeah, because yeah, that was like the worst movie anyway. So
Mm.
I'm looking at the comment like it's a Turbo movie anyway.
Oh
So I
yeah,
was like, because I bought, don't get me wrong, I bought a few comic books I was not impressed with. I was like, that's it. I
Yeah.
gotta buy another comic book just to read the finish the other part.
yeah,
I can just put it all in one story, like as one, like. But I know why they're doing it because they need more money. So you gotta buy one part. You gotta buy all 5 of it, just 5 sets, just to read them.
yeah. And then they dropped the whole thing of here's a variant cover that you may like. Oh, your favorite characters on a variant? There you go. You gotta spend more money on that now. And I've spent ages like buying tons of comics just for variants and stuff. And then I'm like, oh man, but I need the original cover. The original cover is pretty decent and stuff. And it's like, man, I want this cover and that cover, and then I'm like, I hate the Turbo movie.
Yeah, and you know the bad thing about it, like when they did that, like
Mm.
they could make it's like they wanted to make it great, but they ain't trying to make it great. So it's like, hey, we want a cheaper show, just like the Power Rangers show.
Yeah,
Like all the Power Rangers shows they came out with, they made it cheap, right? Because there was in a rush. So it's like they're doing the same thing with the comic book. We want to rush it just like we do the show because we
Yeah.
want the money. So everything's about money now with Power Rangers.
oh yeah, it's like always the case. Though, like Power Rangers hasn't been I don't think it's been the best for a while. And it's like, yeah, I get that you want to make it on the sly, you want to make it for a cheaper thing, but if you put money into this, if you make like do a lot of stuff for the fans, they'll buy all your products straight away. Like 100%, they'll just buy your product.
But you know the thing about that, they went to a really cheaper route. They went to Playmates, the same thing that makes Godzilla toys. Really.
Yeah,
I think they should, like I don't know about that. The Godzilla toys are good. Don't get me wrong, but it's still cheap. So we'll get a Power Ranger toy. Don't have free. It's gonna be all red hands. They ain't gonna have no white with the little triangles on.
Can you imagine, like Hasbro spent so much money making the Lightning collection, and then all of a sudden now you have Playmates that are just going to ruin it all, and people can be like, "Why is no one buying this product?" It's like because it's crap. It's 100% the worst thing you can have.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. The comic book ain't boom by boom doing that, man. They could at least say, hey, we just our last comic book. We could have made it. They could have put a gold plastic around the jump.
Yeah.
Or silver plastic. This is our last comic book. This is the Scoopsy jump for the Comic Con. They could have did it like that.
Yeah. Did you have you read the Godzilla comic book with Power Rangers?
That's one with the dragons on, right?
Yeah. So this.
I think I read like a PDF, but I didn't stay on it too long. You know.
Yeah.
I got bored out within like the first 3 pages.
Same here. I read. I think I bought the first so when they did the first one, I bought the. I bought the first one when they did the volume 1 or whatever, and then I was just like, I hate this artwork because all the Rangers are massively buffed up as hell, and it just doesn't look great. And then the second season the second one they brought out, I was like, okay, it's better artwork, but I was like, I'm bored. Like 100%. When you've seen in the previous one, Godzilla literally opening up and just like atomic breath on a Megazord, and the Megazord's like, oh, that was nothing. I'm like, nah. That Megazord would have been melted.
Yeah, Godzilla got all that power, man. He can destroy like anything.
Mm.
It just destroyed his own robot himself. So why?
Yeah. And then like some people are like, oh my god, it's like, no, it's like this is like Shin Godzilla or this is Ultra Godzilla. And it's like, I don't care. Like, tell me at the very beginning which Godzilla this is. But again, if someone's got
yeah, because they got different versions of Godzilla. They got the Minds one, they got the anime ones.
Yeah. But I'd just be like, if someone can breathe like atomic breath that would rip apart like whatever, a Megazord should be able to like go, nope, we've lost that. It's been destroyed. So
yeah, because technically Godzilla really destroys a Megazord.
Yeah.
In real life, on a movie, it would destroy a Megazord. Not in no comic book face or nothing like that. Yeah. It can really destroy shit. That's by its mouth and just by turning apart.
Yeah.
Hell, the fucking Transformer can destroy the Megazord because the Megazord's stiff mode.
Yeah. But they'll never show it because like we need this in the comic books. I'm like, yeah, just let Boom, give them the license 100% and let them run with it to the end of time.
I'm so glad they did Power Ranger with Transformer. Man. That Transformer would kill them.
Yeah, I can just like imagine Optimus Prime going something like, "Rangers, you've done well," and this is the Allspark and like that Optimus Prime voice. That's what I imagine and stuff like that.
Yeah. I can imagine that happen. Oh yeah, we about the Ranger Academy. That's supposed to come out too in October.
So I watched. I read I couldn't know. To be fair, I'm gonna lie. I didn't really like get into that. I read the first couple of pages. I have the, I have up to like issue 4, and I just stopped because I think it was just more like the suits looked really bad when they introduced the Rangers, and then much later on, I was just like, I don't really care for this storyline. I completely missed it.
They could make a Netflix show out of that though.
I think they could. Like, this is the thing. Like, if they put some more time and effort into it, and like actually said, right, let's make some money, and then aimed it at like, say, the younger audience or like late teens or whatever. Like, I think you could have some really cool stories from it. Or why go like risk it all and go, hey, it's just like Gen V from The Boys. Just,
Oh yeah.
that-
But
that-
they could have potentially bring that one out though. They ain't have to bring us the whole Power Ranger Mighty Morphin bullshit. They could do the Ranger Academy.
yeah.
That's like, what?
You could easily do it like how they were meant to do like Super Mega Force, and have it where like, so in Super Mega Force they were meant to do the whole thing like Gokaiger, where they meet the like the past Rangers and stuff, and they did it somewhat in Super Mega Force. But you could have that again and just have them as like, here is Billy the Blue Ranger is now a teacher, and then he's in it, and you kind of like bring people that way.
Right.
And I think that would work actually. I think that would actually be like pretty cool.
Yeah, that'd be awesome because then it'd be like pretty much like a mini version, a live version of Justice League. Like,
Yeah.
and the actual Mighty Morphin, the different generation Power Rangers are like mentors or some shit.
Yeah.
And they got like a bunch of Ranger Academy for different ones, like they did the Ninja Storm Academy, right? Like all that came tied in together. They could have went off with this, man, but they ain't tried it. They put like, oh man, we ain't even thought about that.
Yeah. Exactly. So I think that would be really cool to kind of see. Like, you could have 6 teachers and that's it. And just, oh no, like, who could these Power Rangers be? And then that would literally be it.
Right.
So yeah.
Like the older ones would be like an Astral Zordon.
Yeah. Oh, can you imagine just having Zordon in the background? Like, David Fielding comes in and he's like, yeah, boys, I'm ready to do this again. Let's do it. I'll be Zordon. And it's just like, all right, David.
They could have brought him back for once and once and always. They could have brought him back on that.
Yeah, I mean, even if they brought him back for once and always, I generally think it would ruin the aspect. Like, no, if they had him just literally there going, I don't know who I am. Same thing as what they did with Zato. I'd be like, okay, no, that's fine, because then at least you're giving people the end, aren't you? You're like going, oh, I'm getting that closure. And I think that would have been cool. But again, like, they didn't really think about it, just to fly him out for like a day.
I mean, they could have gave him a flashback, like a flashback mode. They could have did that. But Zato and that dude was like 33 years old.
Yeah, like I find it funny because like when you audition for Power Rangers, it says that you must be this like old. So people do lie, and it's more like, why can't you have them at any age? Like, is it just because you don't want people to? Was it like you don't want people to be like the audience go like, oh my god, he can't be a teenager with attitude? I mean, just bring him any age. Just be like, yeah.
I mean, I thought about that shit. I said, damn, he's 33. I was like, damn, how you became a Power Ranger? Shoot, I'm quite near your age level, man. You got no facial hair or nothing.
Yeah. See, I actually auditioned for Dino Fury, I think. And it was such a bad one because I was just like, what the hell? So I was just like, yeah, let's just do it. Let's just audition for this. And it was fun. Like, I can't act. I generally can't act. I can't remember lines. I can't do anything.
But and that's the one that was doing the YouTube jump, the YouTube audition.
Yeah, we had to upload it and then send it to like whatever email and stuff like that. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. And I even got my friend to help me out on it. And then we couldn't use the lines or something. So yeah, it was a bit of an uphill thing, but let's just say I didn't get the part. So
yeah, I had a friend he did it too. I didn't never do it because I was like, I'm not reading that. No, I ain't gonna get it. Yeah. That's how I felt. I knew I wasn't gonna get it, so I was like, I ain't gonna. I watch everybody else stuff.
Yeah. See,
So we not gonna have no Power Rangers for a good while, man. They talking about 2026, but I said no. I think they're gonna cancel us the last minute and
Then-
all that.
they're not going to do it because I just I released a video on this. I don't think that it's going to get picked up. I feel like because it's something where it won't get picked up. I think that they've gone too far with it, and no one really wants to relive in the 90s anymore. So I think this is going to be a lot harder to.
Boy, that's their fault though. They kept running Mighty Morphin Bash. They just going further down with it. So that's their fault.
I agree. I think that you can still use the suits and you can still make a Mighty Morphing thing, but just in general, just be like, nah, like just don't set it in the 90s. Just take the suits, make some original stories, or do what Boom's done, and then just create an entire universe and have something like that, which would make a better story. You know, you don't have to have like Draken.
They got Amazon, Netflix to do all that. Also, they had no excuse to do that. No, not to do that. But they talking about they want a cheaper show. Why we want a cheaper show?
I think it's one of those things, isn't it? It's where if you make something so cheap, you want a high return. So, but the problem is if you make, I mean, look at like say this is a completely different thing. Look at The Boys and how well that's
The Boys is like an actual X-Men movie.
Yeah,
like an X-Men DC Marvel type. Well, I say more like DC.
Yeah. I think that if you did it at, let's say, the same level as the quality as that, you know, do it for like an hour or something, I think people would really enjoy it. But the fact is, put the money into it. Like, do one season, don't leave it on a cliffhanger, and then just see what the reaction is. If it's really shit, then who cares? Like, that's the thing. But I don't think they'll ever do something like that, which I think is... Yeah, I don't think they're going to do something that quality. And it's how much money can you save? If we can do it, if the show costs $5, but we can do it on 50 cents, then we'll do it for 50 cents. But we won't get that reaction of like if it is $5 or something like that.
No, because it's damn cheap. You might as well go to the dollar store and buy the DVD.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that it irritates me because no one's willing to put the money into it. But then again, I don't think the fandom or most of the fandom would pull up and be like, hey, we're going to support this. We're going to do this. I think they'd just be like, oh, we just want season 1 and that's it. And that's all you're going to see.
I mean, that's a prime example. That's what they did like the show from, right? Look how long it took to do season 2 and 3. They spaced that shit out. Now they're on season 3 and they spaced it out now. They just now doing it. Yeah. But they was trying to use COVID for excuse for everything. I'm like, COVID been gone, man. How y'all still using COVID?
Yeah, I mean that's everyone's thing. You know, oh, we can't do this because COVID happened. No, COVID happened years ago, and you know, if that's the case, then why are you even making this? Like, why are you making other things? Just go back into it. Like, I get like at that time it shut a lot of stuff down and it did change a lot of things.
Right,
but. Yeah, we've gone past that stage now. And if someone gets COVID, it's more like, okay, take a week off so you don't infect anyone else.
Yeah, but it's very annoying, though, because they just like, hey, we're going to say COVID did this and COVID did that because they don't want us to watch it.
Yeah.
Or they don't want to make money, or they don't believe making money no more.
I don't think they do. I think that, yeah, like they can take it to the shareholders and go, hey, so we were going to put Power Rangers on, and it was going to cost us $5 million for 10 episodes. But because of COVID, no one's watching this anymore. And they're going like, yeah, just don't do it. Save that, $5 million and do it later on.
Because of COVID, no one's watching this anymore. They're going like,
yeah.
He touched my phone, man. That's why.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
God damn the phone gods.
He touched my phone. Oh, trying to get out of it. I'm out of it. I don't know why he touched my phone. It was on quiet. It was on pause. Well,
I don't
it was
worry.
on pause, and he clicked on it. I heard myself. It's like,
it's one of those things like when you hear yourself, you're like, is the volume right? Are we doing the right volume? And then no one.
I've been like that on TikTok, right?
Yeah. I mean, so far, no one's commented anywhere of like sound issues. So.
Well, somebody said they're damn you, though.
Hey?
Somebody said they're damn it. I mean, God damn it.
God, yeah.
I mean, dynamic. My bad.
Yeah.
Hey, they be hard though. You know what I mean? They be it's like things they can elevate when they want to elevate.
Yeah.
That's the thing. They elevate on like Hasbro. They do Transformer like ain't no problem. They do Marvel ain't no problem. But Power Rangers like, I mean, who cares? Nobody really don't watch it anyway. You know, so
Yeah.
you know that's how they. I really feel like that's what they be doing. If I was working on Marvel and on Hasbro and they said some shit like that, you like, no, that's a lie because they really be watching it.
I think the reason, like Hasbro, obviously just want to stick with the safety net. I think, and it's more like, well, any other product that isn't Transformers, or like Marvel or Star Wars doesn't make them that much money. And I always just think, like, just have a dedicated team.
Oh shit, Ghostbusters ain't make no money for them either.
But yeah, I mean, I think that it's super hard to make Ghostbuster toys. Like, you only have like what the core team that was originally there. Now you got the obviously the new guys. But I would just focus on ghosts. That's what I would do. I'd just be like, okay.
Hey, they could make the dude on the picture on the wall again. Bingo.
Yeah.
That Vigo or some shit. Whatever.
Yeah.
Disturbs you all, man.
Yeah. Like, could you imagine if Hasbro just released all the ghosts from like the animated TV show, or and then worked their way up, and then was just like, okay, here you go, because you could probably make a little bit more money on that. I would. Like, I don't know how many ghosts. How many ghosts?
I mean, they had like the whole ghosts on when all the ghosts got released that day, but half of them we ain't never see how they got that happen.
Yeah.
I think they got more ghosts on the cartoon than on the actual movie. Though.
Yeah, like they've done. Like, I'm having a quick Google, but like I'm seeing quite a few things that you could do, and I think it would be I think it'd be awesome, but that's one way to like keep going, because you'd obviously attract the Ghostbuster clan, and like people would want to come in and buy them, rather than do it. And it's released like the actual characters again, like in waves. Like, oh, wave 2, here's Peter. Wave 4, here's like Egon and stuff like that, and just be like, boom.
Right, it would be. That's for that, but. I mean, the new generation Ghostbusters. I mean, that's not really. I think the movie sucks.
Yeah, I haven't seen the new movie. I saw the one previous.
Yeah, that one sucks. Well, I like the part they had the guy that died on there. I forgot his name, but yeah. What's up, Bill?
All right, let's see. Is this working properly now?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, you definitely loud.
Jesus Christ. I don't know what the hell is wrong on my phone. It kept booting me out the stream for some reason.
I need to update it.
Nah, I just updated the phone and everything. It just went through a whole system update, restarted and everything. I don't know. I think it's the site itself not working with the phone version. I'm not sure.
I blame technology, and I blame. Which phone do you have? Like, is it Android or Apple?
It's the latest Android. It's the S24.
I blame Android and stuff. iPhones for the win.
I beg to differ, but okay.
No.
He's not bad to differ on that one. That's good.
In the words of I'm spitballing here. I'm using an anime reference. In the words of Dragon Ball Super, did a iPhone say the universe? I don't think so.
Yeah, Android, blah blah blah. But then, what problems have you had with Android then? I bet if I use my Apple device, it would work.
Well, Android's got a lot of hacking. iPhone don't have none of that. I think you're gonna have problems just trying to get logged in, so if you forget.
Right.
Yeah, Apple's like, you're gonna have to go through all that bullshit just to get out the damn. To get your phone back, you gotta go through all that bullshit to get that shit out.
Right. But what did I miss? What's been discussed so far?
We were just talking about the Power Ranger comics. Then we were talking about how Hasbro has dropped the ball with a lot of like products, Ghostbusters, and like how we could kind of, how would you bring like Ghostbusters back in toy wise into like so you can make a profit off it effectively.
Shoot, for like Ghostbusters, I'd probably say do like a whole new like cartoon probably of Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Like, cause I mean, the movies are already one thing that's his own thing. But if you want to bring Ghostbusters back properly and do it the right way, not all the ways they're doing it now, I say bring back the cartoons, just in a more updated format.
Yeah, no, I think that'd be kind of cool. I went with if you're making a toy line, make all the ghosts from the animated series.
Yeah,
and be like, there you go. Like do four ghosts per wave, and then every other wave you would do like the characters like Egon and Spencer and stuff like that. That's how I would do it. I think that would be kind of cool. So if Hasbro now steal that, not cool, Hasbro, not cool.
Well, if they're listening in, you already gave them an idea. So
yeah, I mean, some guy going like, "Go write it down, boys. Gotta write it all down."
Write that down. Write that down. This is gold.
Yeah. So, have you also heard the comic book news as well?
No. What's to do with that?
So basically, they're basically doing some stories. They've got some of the Rangers to come in and write their own stories. We've got Shay's friend as well. He's done it. Like he's helping out too.
Oh, nice. Now, I did, before this stream was acting real crazy and kept booting me out, I did manage to catch something on the lines of you auditioned for Dino Fury or Dino Charge.
Yeah, I did that. It was really bad, and I don't think there's a copy of that anymore. But it wasn't, to me, it wasn't the best. It was more, I can't act, I can't say anything, and it's the worst. Let's just say that I can't act for shit.
Like on the terms of you saying you can't act, like what's the level we looking at? Are we looking at like E tier rating, like you're just bad, or like or like below C average rate?
William Shatner, Captain Kirk. Oh my God, I can't believe it's morphing time.
Goddamn. No.
Yeah.
No, not that level. Oh, Jesus.
I think some of the lines that I remember was something like, I'd say it's like, Emma, the monsters are coming quick. We've got to make sure we morph, ready to action. It's morphing time. And I'm really shit at that sort of stuff. It took me so many attempts to do it. And I mean,
if you were playing a robot, then cool, you got it. But yeah,
the way that I always see it is, I pitched this idea to, I pitched the idea to Ciara Hannah, Ciara, and I was like, do you know what would be really cool if I was that silent ranger? Yeah, you'd still do the ha type of thing, but every single time that I spoke, someone would speak over me, and it'd be something like,
"Oh, you talking about one of those voiceover actors type names?"
Oh no. So it'd go like, imagine the scene. We're in the command center. So and so is talking and going, Rangers, like you've got to go off. Like the monsters come down and poison the city. Is there anything you've got to do? And everyone goes like, oh my God, like what happens if we make an antidote? And they'll go like, Mark, what do you think? And I'll go, and then someone goes, yeah, we're making an antidote for the city. And I'm like, the hell, like that. And all the type thing would always go through. And then at the very end of the season, it would turn around and they'd be like, so what do you think, Mark? And I'd be like, fine. And then literally it just cuts out. I think that would be perfect. I would literally, I would have done it for like half the price of like what Rangers get paid for. And I'd be like, yeah, just let me do that. that would be so funny. And I think it'd be a really good joke for the entire fandom. And like, she absolutely loved it. And I was just like, yeah. So you know, like The Sopranos, like when they did the cut to black thing at the very end.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
That is just like, as soon as I'm about to say something, you know, or about to be like, it's more. I'll be like, okay, it's more, and then someone would jump in about every single time, and that's it. I would absolutely love that.
That's actually funny. That's actually funny. That's not bad.
It would have, and again, I would have easily done it for like half the price of it is. You know, someone's getting paid $50 million, I'll do it for a $5.
Like, right. Shoot, just give me 500.
Yeah,
Like, I'll do it.
That's all I'd want.
No. I mean, it's not bad. It's different. I'll say that much. But yeah, that's
different. Yeah, it's definitely different, but not too much.
Yeah. I think that you wouldn't be able to but the problem is, I know what would happen. I would go on to like, you go to Comic Cons and stuff, and you know, it'd be like panels, and then they'd all do it just to kind of like get a joke on me. And I think I would laugh for a while, but that's really funny. Like, I can see this. And then all of a sudden, I'd like, this is now getting annoying. And then I couldn't say anything because I'd have to keep this whole thing up. But I'd just be like, oh man, this is boring now. Someone's over talking me all the time. Why? And then just be like, Mark, why? And then, you know, can't say anything because the fandom will be like, oh my god, so funny.
Like, right. They'd be like, well, you agreed for this to happen, so you got to accept it.
Or like, say one of your famous lines, and it would just be like half a sentence, like half a word, and then dot, 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 dot. I would actually do that.
Like, right.
It'd be so much fun. But yeah, so what would you boys like to talk about next?
Well, what's on the list still?
So we have so the only thing we've got left on the thing is Boogie losing his mind to his fake cancer treatment, or his fake cancer diagnosis.
I don't know anything about this, so this is interesting to me.
Okay, so we'll probably talk about it again when Chris comes in here. So have you ever heard of the YouTuber Boogie2988?
No.
Okay, so very big YouTuber back in the day. He was like, people would call him the Mr. Rogers of YouTube. Like, you know, he was that wholesome like person, like, you know, dead nice, everything. And then he started lying. He started like telling little lies over time. He would share pretty much everything. You'd say, hey, how are you? And he'd be like, yeah, here's my blood work. Here's everything that you need to know about me. And you'd be like, man, I just said hello, and that's it. And then like two years ago, he went online and said that he had or his doctor had said that he'd given a diagnosis for cancer, which is a polycythemia vera. So that's a really rare blood cancer where it kills you in like 20 years. So you can live a full life, and that's it. So you can, you know, full life, do whatever you want. It basically turns your blood into like a syrup type thing, and it's, you know, that's what it can do. You can apparently control it with weight, so you'd lose weight, it's something like that, from what I've been hearing a lot of people be talking about.
Right.
So it's now just come to fruition that he lied about it, and he lied about having cancer. He crypto scammed a lot of people, you know, out of their money, and he took 10 grand. And this is where it gets a little bit like, what the fuck? So he was on stream, and he had like a few people. You had Destiny on stream, and a few other people, and they were offering money. So it got up to $85,000, and all he had to do was screenshot his portal, which is his medical stuff, send it to one of his friends so that they could confirm it, and he would get paid $85,000 and a trip to Disneyland. so he could do it, and he said
Right.
no. But previously, he scammed his audience out of 10 grand, and over crypto, and was more than okay with taking that money. When he was confronted about it, they turned around and said, "What do they turn around and say?" I've lost my train of thought. So it was more like, yeah, he would take the 10 grand for the money with coffee. So CoffeeZilla turned around to him and went like, why did you scam your audience? And he was like, oh, I need the money. Like, I need the money for this. This is the reason why, to pay my medical bills. And then as soon as like someone was offering him 85K, he was like, no, I'm not doing it. I'd rather like not even do this about this. Like, I'm never going to show you my medical records. And no one wanted the full disclosure of these medical records. They just wanted a screenshot to see that he had polycythemia vera, and that's all he wanted. And he said no. Right. And then he's been caught lying multiple times. So you can never keep the same thing down, because then he'll just completely lie. It's been a really fun journey. I've never talked about a guy so much in my entire life.
Damn.
So yeah, that is the long story for that one. Definitely he's lied having cancer, and now he's just like, yeah, we're just gonna carry on. And he goes from like sad sack, like, oh, I'm so sorry, like make me feel sorry, and then suddenly as soon as someone says something different, he's like, I hate you, and it's just like, oh wow, this is fucking weird as shit.
Oh wow. So he got called out on his BS, and now he can't handle it.
No, yeah, he can't handle it. Apparently, he screamed at CoffeeZilla, which is the guy who exposed the crypto scam, and he was like, "I'm not used to this level of scrutiny. I'm not used to this." And it's like, dude, you lied for 2 years about having cancer.
He said, "Fuck that shit." I'm gonna waste he basically clout chasing that shit.
Right.
Yeah, he's clout chasing. Yeah, that's clout chasing like a motherfucker.
Yeah, and then what the worst thing in the entire world is he was just like, I wish I had it. And I'm like, what? Why would you even wish that on yourself? Like,
that's diabolical.
Like, it's like turning around and saying like you want the worst thing to ever happen to you just so you can get pity points. I'm just like, why would you even fucking say that?
Well, shit, he just ain't give a fuck.
Yeah.
That's just plain and simple. He's just like, fuck that shit. I'm gonna fake that shit. Because people, you know what? People used to do that on Facebook though. They used to fake that shit on Facebook, yo. They got something wrong. They used to go fund me and shit. They ain't no worse than what he was doing.
The thing now is, if he crowdfunds anything, he will get slammed so hard on in the community. Like, people will tear him apart because it's fraud. Right. So it's so interesting. Like,
social media got snitches everywhere too, man. You know them motherfuckers snitch.
Yeah. I just find this entire whole experience, like this whole thing, watching it, such a massive, like, what the actual fuck is going on. Countless videos made, and it's like, no matter what happens, like tomorrow there'll be something completely different. Something will be there the next day, and I'm just like, God damn, what the fuck?
Right.
So yeah, so what do you guys think about it? Like a guy like faking cancer just for sympathy points, and that's it.
He ain't no worse than Tupac that faked his death. No,
Tupac just walks in. He's like, "What? I've been here. I've been here the entire time."
No. Well, he ain't no worse than Michael Jackson. They say he faked his death too.
Man, look, we all know what happened to him. We all know what happened to him.
I'm just saying though, the feds kill him though, but still, I'm just saying though, he ain't no worse than dude lying about cancer, right? They can lie about say I faked my death, man, get impersonated. He ain't no worse than them motherfuckers.
Right.
Like, I got cancer, man, and I want y'all to donate me before I die and shit. I don't know when I'm gonna die, but y'all can donate so I can die. Whenever I'm gonna die, all right? I don't know when I'm gonna die. The doctor didn't even tell me my diagnosis when I'm gonna die. So I just need y'all to diagnose. Then
Well,
they was like, okay, sir, we got you because we love you. You go YouTube for us. We love you. We got you. We got you. We're gonna make it through. Okay. Then and guess what they do? He got all the money already. Got all the damn money. And then it was like, I'm gonna call my bank, man. He gonna lie and say he gonna die and he ain't even dead yet. And you know, some banks he ain't getting that money back. Hey, in some banks he ain't getting that money back. So he's like, hey, you screw, right?
Yeah.
I gotta let go.
It's just one of the most weirdest things. Like, why? I mean, no, yeah.
What's up, Nelly? I see you, Nelly. What's up? I see you on YouTube. What's up? I shout her name out real quick.
Oh yeah, see, I just I've been looking at the YouTube thing, and it's just at the bottom. I just noticed the chat after my entire thing is just like, bam. Here's the stats you can see on the screen. I was just like, bam. So
yeah, you know, I'm on TikTok, not TikTok. I'm on Kick, Trovo, and YouTube. That's all. I'm on all three. Yeah.
Good old Kick. There's so much stuff that happens on Kick that I've not. Again, it's such a weird place.
Are we talking about the chatting app or the stream app?
No, I'm on my job.
Yeah,
with the restraint.
Yeah. Kick is such an interesting place. It's where, like, you know, people go in real life. You can commit crimes, and like everyone just goes, "Yeah, it's fine." I'm like, what?
Like, fuck it. Hey, we ain't gonna snitch like YouTube. We better than YouTube. we better than Twitch.
Did you ever see the there was a Kick streamer, and he literally went up to like these two like people that were kissing, they were interacting, and he was just like, get a room type thing, and he went into their face or something, and then when the guy pushed back, the guy just pulls a gun out, and I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, you can't treat me like that, and I'm like, dude, 3 seconds ago you were in their face, like, right. What?
Dude, that like it's funny. It's funny you actually bring that up with streamers and them at the stupid. So I'm not sure if any of y'all know who Neon is or have heard of Neon before.
I know Neon. I know of him a lot.
The lights?
I think
he named like the lights. Neon.
Nah. It's a streamer that goes by the handle of a Neon. Skinny. I don't even know what he is. Mix. Guy,
I think he's
Indian. White.
Yeah, no, he's Muslim.
Okay. Well, skinny Muslim dude that basically goes around acting stupid for, as you say, clouts and views and likes and subscribes and stuff. So it's pretty much something that's been going around. I want to say for the past couple of days now, or maybe it's been going around for a while. I don't know. I just seen it like the other day, of him at, I guess, some Comic-Con convention.
Yeah.
And apparently, you know, he's doing what most trolls do. He gets in a random person's face, he causes stuff, and then he tries to get security to handle it.
Yeah. Didn't he get jumped by Jack Doherty quite recently as well?
I think so. I think that was a few months ago.
Yeah, I knew of that one. But yeah, like, I mean, I get that you got to make content. I think what really annoys me is when you've got to make it at other people's expenses, other people's expense. And it's one of the things that just irritates the shit out of me. It's like when I last covered Neon was he went into a shop, into a supermarket, like a Target or Walmart and something, and then he just literally he messed the entire place up. Like, you know, he watched his friend put Mathos whatever into Coke, and he just like spewed everywhere. And I was like, you're not going to clean that up. And just the way that he was going around, going like, you know, chat, what am I doing? Oh my god, this is crazy, chat, this is crazy. Like, chat, What am I doing? Like, what the hell, chat. And I was just like, mate, at the end of the day, if roles were reversed, you would hate to clean that shit up. Like, I fucking hate that sort of stuff as I've worked in retail. If someone's gonna like mess my aisles up or whatever, like when I used to work in that sort of industry, I would just be like, no, mate. I would go and grab them and be like, you're fucking cleaning that up because it's not like a spill like a child's done or something. I would just be like, mate, just kick him out. It fucking irritates me so much when that sort of stuff happens.
Right. So like what was it? Like I said, he went to a whole cosplay convention with the one I've seen. And he was messing with, like I said, some random Vigor. He started antagonizing them or whatever. Like, you know how they do some of these video clips, like they'll start it in like the middle of it, so you don't really know the whole thing of what happened. But he was antagonizing them, and then the guy he was antagonizing was literally about to run back up on him and start swinging, and he tried to get security on the dude. He tried to get his security that follows him around on the guy in security. The security guy, I don't know his name. I think his personal security guard is named Leon or something like that.
Yeah,
he wasn't even having it because he kept seeing the shit he kept pulling, and he was gonna let him get rocked by the guy he was antagonizing. I'm like, good.
Yeah, like Neon and all that lot need to be absolutely fucking humbled. Like, I get, but the fact is, even if they do, that they just come back and they just like it's like you could tell them like a live lesson, and they'll go, yeah, I understand, and then the next time they stream, completely gone. Like it can be gone in 2 seconds.
Right.
I can just I don't know if most of it's also scripted, but can you just imagine if some guys went up and sucker punched him, just wham, like, sorry, didn't mean to do that in Minecraft, just in case. And I'm just like, man, like, why would you? Again, it's views and clicks. That's all it is, and they get paid like loads of money for it. And I'm just like, oh man, like if I was their age and I was doing that sort of shit, I'd just be like, just give me the money. Just fucking, I don't care right now. give me that goddamn bag, and I'll be happy with that.
I'm like, right, dude. I'm just like, why bother somebody just for clicks and views when 9 times out of 10 the person you bothering is not having it.
You could just buy
right.
all the views. They're robots anyway. Just buy them.
Yeah. Like, does that like equivalent to, like, say you do ViewBot? Do you get money from all of that, or is it just like, oh well, if I've got like say 20,000 people watching right now, then someone's gonna like jump in at some point?
When you buy the robots, they like fake views. They're not really real people.
Yeah, but then does that equivalent to say I have 10,000?
You're not gonna make no money off of that.
Okay, so you're not making money at all. It's just literally it's just there to put
it's just the numbers are big on a lie to make people think you got all these people on there.
Right.
Okay. What are we talking about?
ViewBotting and Neon. We'll go back to Boogie in a minute because I need to go to the toilet. But we can talk about it. But we're talking about Neon and how much of a piece of shit he is, where he antagonizes people, and he was doing it at a Comic-Con and stuff, and he ViewBots as well.
I have no idea who that is.
Really? Like, you don't know Neon? He gets talked about like a lot on YouTube and stuff like that. He's the sort of person that something happens, you go chat. Oh my god, chat, and it's just like, mate, like no one gives a shit about what you're doing. Like, someone could walk up to him and go, oh, man, I need to fart, and be like, chat, what the fuck for like 10 hours straight. Be like, dude, that guy fucking like farted on me. What the fuck? Do you see that chat? I hate this.
Okay, so he's one of those guys.
Yeah, so like Jack Doherty as well. They all hide behind their security guards too.
I see George Janko interviewed him 8 days ago, and apparently Nate Diaz chased him down.
Not sure who Nate Diaz is.
Yeah, he kind of gives off a cringe vibe already.
They all
Oh, he had to make an apology 4 months ago.
Yeah, they do all that sort of stuff all the time, and they don't learn from it. Right, I'll be back in a sec, but I'm still here.
Mm-mm.
I love the fact that it's just because I'm using D's account. As soon as I disappear, D's like picture just pops up.
He's here in spirit.
Yeah.
D is everywhere and nowhere. He is Schrodinger's host. So, sorry I'm late. That dog walks I forgot about, but yeah. Did y'all what are y'all talking about right now? I know Boogie's on the list.
Yeah, Boogie gonna go back to that right now. Just talking about Neon. Like I missed most of it because I was out and about. So
Oh, true. Yeah, I literally had no idea who Neon was until today.
yeah. He's just one of those very very cringe-worthy streamers who just goes around antagonizing people for basically shits and giggles, and then wants to victimize himself when he starts getting pressured.
Mm-hmm. Shit. Okay, so he's just a fucking loser then. All right.
Pretty much so.
Can you open the blinds?
Yeah. Yo, have y'all talked about Shrek 5 yet?
I don't think so.
No, we
I
didn't.
think that was on the list, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was on the list. That the Donkey movie. I'm not sure what else was talked about though.
No, I thought he got a show coming.
No, that's a movie.
Has
No,
it got a
the
show?
dog.
Oh yeah, Donkey's got a show. Yeah, I remember seeing it.
Ain't Donkey Push have a show?
Yeah.
Nah,
think it's
Puss
a
had a
movie.
show. Donkey never had a show.
No,
I know
Eddie
Shrek
Murphy-
5.
Eddie
I know
Murphy
Shrek 5 is
confirmed.
being made. Huh?
No, Eddie Murphy confirmed. It's gonna be a show after the movie. It's Shrek 5.
I thought the Donkey thing was a movie though. I thought that was like a solo
He gonna
movie.
make it. Eddie Murphy will make it to a show.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know who it's gonna be on, but he confirmed it's gonna be a show. A
It's
spin-off.
probably going to be on a Paramount like everything else.
Shit, I hate
Yeah,
Murphy.
no, they're looking to do a movie, if not a series of movies.
Okay, I thought so.
Like, I kind of want to I've got thoughts on that, but I'd love to talk with you guys about Shrek 5 first. How do y'all feel about that?
They need
It's
money.
been a
don't
long
they?
time coming.
Yeah.
A hell of
It's
a
been a
long
long time coming.
That's a hell of a long time.
All right, so if you caught me right after Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, I'd be mad giddy about it. Kung Fu Panda 4, that garbage fucking film, pretty much ruined any hype I had for it.
Jack Black need to retire that film, man. He need like
It wasn't. Did you guys see Kung Fu Panda 4?
I saw it. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't
Yeah.
good either.
It's
It was
just
boring.
mid.
like it was cheap. Too.
Yeah, like cheap cash grab that completely misunderstood the characters. I mean, yeah, I'm with you on that, Phil. It wasn't bad. It just like when you get this perfect trilogy and you follow it up with this med burger, you know?
Right. Shoot, like you already fucked up 2 movies. You fucked up Megamind 2, and you halfway fucked up Kung Fu Panda 4. You got one more shot with Shrek 5, and you better make Madagascar 4.
Mm-hmm. What scares me about Shrek 5, like this is like what scares me about Shrek 5 is what I've heard about how DreamWorks apparently sees Kung Fu Panda. Like, I don't know if this is true, but apparently there's this talk behind closed doors that it's sort of seen as this silly, wacky, easy cash cow, which Kung Fu Panda's always had an air of comedy, but they're also serious. You know, they've got these kick-ass fight scenes. They've got these really good villains with interesting arcs, and that's how they see it. And Shrek as a franchise isn't nearly as serious as Kung Fu Panda. What are they going
Right.
to do to it?
I don't know. I mean, Shrek is kind of
What are they doing to the swamp?
right.
Shrek just
Like
he just out.
I mean, Shrek is kind of geared more towards adults. So you gotta you gotta keep it adult themed while simultaneously trying to make it entertaining for younger audiences.
Yeah, 100%. It's become that sort
If
of
they know
meme.
how. If they know how.
Right, right.
And I mean, I think what we got as far as the teaser goes, the announcement is the All Star is back.
Yeah.
Translation: Hey kids, you know that meme guy you like so much? We're bringing him in.
Didn't the lead singer of Smash Mouth die like a while
He
ago?
did. He did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he died last year.
Yeah. So I think that's going to be very interesting to know if they got someone sound like him, or if it's going to be one of those things of, he recorded. We're just going to try and like replicate his voice or something.
Mhm.
I mean, this is where AI comes into play. So,
Man, like apparently Poland chose to announce Shrek 5 the same day their voice actor for Donkey died.
dang.
Oof. And he was really good in that role too.
Hmm.
What's his name again? Jersey. Oh God, I'm gonna butcher this name. I know I am. Jersey Stewart. First name Jerzy, last name Stuhr.
Don't get me started. I'm going to butcher that name. I already know it.
Yeah,
Same here.
but I mean, did you guys ever see like the Polish translation of
No.
Shrek?
No.
I saw clips of it just to see how good this guy was. He's like as close to anime as like an Eddie Murphy character can get.
Really?
Yeah, I mean that wholeheartedly as a compliment. I mean, he was so good as Donkey.
Like, did you ever see some videos of people that set up their phones to text the entire script of Shrek to someone if they prompted something?
No, I've never seen it.
They just put a prompt in ChatGPT.
No, this was like on if I if I text you now, I could set my phone to text you the entire script of Shrek, and it would just send it, and I'd just be like, damn. And it's how you'd either overload someone's SIM card, or it would just be really, really funny.
Well, I can't say I've seen that.
At some point, if you ever just get the longest text message in the world, it'll be me just sending you the script of Shrek over text message.
Yeah, it's going to be about 10,000 words.
That'll be one way of getting my text thing up, because I never use text ever.
I mean, it could be good. You've got a lot of good shit to work with Shrek, so they've at least got the tools, but we don't know if they're going to fuck it up or not.
With Shrek, I don't. Even if you fuck it up, I think people will like it still. I think that will be the main thing. Like, people will just say it's such a bad movie. This is perfect, and that's the only thing that's going to happen. They're just going to go, this is perfect for us. This is the Shrek I remember.
Therein lies part of the problem. We all know the movie's going to make money. DreamWorks knows it too, so there's a good chance they're not even going to put any effort into it.
Pretty much. And then they'll announce Shrek 6, and then that will be it.
Yeah, they're going to have a hard time outshitting Shrek the Third.
Right.
Do you reckon that they start going, challenge accepted, boys? Let's freaking do this.
I'm pretty sure they already accepted some challenge somewhere, because I mean, you have Puss in Boots 2. You'd think that DreamWorks is unstoppable after seeing that movie, and then they release Megamind 2 and Kung Fu Panda 4 just to prove the world wrong.
I think it's one of those things of, we don't. Puss in Boots, Shrek is a higher grade type universe and stuff. So having something like that they had to put something good in it, otherwise it's going to be shit. So with Megamind, like I didn't really like the first one that much, so I see it as more of an option of, yeah, second one can be the same or as worse as the first one. So yeah, but they have to really make sure that the Puss in Boots is like shit hot and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, who thinks they're gonna bring the villains back from the other movies just for nostalgia bait, like they did with Kung Fu Panda?
Depends on what villain you're talking about, because most of the villains they dealt with have been killed off.
So I guarantee you, some characters just gonna cross their arms and be like, somehow the fairy godmother returned.
Farquaad would come back, I reckon.
Farquaad got eaten.
Yeah, they technically already brought him back. There was this short where he came back as a ghost.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
The spooky stories.
Yeah, they went to the ruins of Duloc, and he was haunting the shit out of the place.
I imagine that they could just bring him back because it'll be one of those things of, it's been popular. It's been popular in the memes and stuff like that quite recently. So it would make perfect sense just bring him back for like a one scene. And you'd be like, all right, guys, this is really cool, and then that'll be it.
Yeah, my guess though is that the fairy godmother is the most likely to come back because she's the most popular villain. That's why they brought Tai Lung back in KFP4, and I get the feeling they're gonna try to redo I Need a Hero rendition.
Yeah.
And they're gonna do it in a context that doesn't work nearly as well, that adds nothing to the movie, and it's just gonna be member berry stew.
I mean, which characters can they bring back? Because they got rid of Farquaad. He came back as a ghost in the short Halloween specials. They got rid of Godmother. I don't see her really coming back unless they find a way to incorporate the whole immortality because she's a fairy concept. They can't really do anything. Well, I don't know if they could really do anything with Charming. I don't know if Charming got killed off or if he just went away. Who else? Stillskin. I don't really think they'll bring him back because he wasn't really that decent of a character in the fourth movie.
I liked him.
Like who else?
If they bring Prince Charming back, I swear to God. If they make him the only villain again.
Prince Charming was annoying. He's annoying.
Like he's not bad. It's when he's with the fairy godmother, he's great. He's pretty good. When he's on his own, he's just the lesser half of the villain.
Yeah, but he also sounds like he's just desperate. I desperately gotta do this. I desperately gotta get her to me or some shit. The princess. Yeah, that shit was annoying stuff.
I mean, if they
like he was thirsty as fuck.
That's true.
He was on the bed and shit, acting crazy and shit. I don't know, man. That'd be the worst. Yeah, leave him where he at.
I mean, if they were to bring a crazed villain back, and I'm reaching here, and this is just my personal take on it. If they were to bring a crazed villain back, and it's just a side villain, which really doesn't make any sense, they would bring Genji's psychotic girlfriend back. And they brought a villain back, and she wasn't she wasn't even a villain. She was just a psychopath.
Wait, I totally spaced. Which character?
Genji's girlfriend.
Yeah. I remember.
Like if they brought her back, I wouldn't have a problem with it. But she was more of a lesser known character that was only in the short spinoff show. That was about it. I don't know. There's not really really that many Shrek characters
Well,
you can
I think
You
it probably
could bring
would be
back.
like
You could bring back Gingy, the three pigs, Big Bad Wolf. You could bring in Kitty Softpaws and Perito from the Puss in Boots spinoffs.
right.
unless they're gonna create a new villain.
I think New Venom would be kind of cool. It's like their
Yeah.
version of Olaf or something.
Right.
Remind me of the Minions, man. They got a new villain in every fucking movie.
We're going backwards. Tina actually.
What Despicable Me? No, my bad, because the Minions and Despicable to me is the same thing to me.
Shrek versus an army of minions would be a hell of a fight. Tina actually just made a good point. They pretty much Puss in Boots: The Last Wish ends with Puss, Kitty, and Burrito going to far, far away to see Shrek and the others. So, yeah, we're probably going to see them back.
Right. No, if anything, because they haven't done this yet, and they try and they did it with the fourth one. They haven't like made it like main canon yet. They could do a whole thing in Shrek 5 where he ends up finding, like they did in 4, even though it was a temporal thing, he ends up finding a whole tribe of ogres in the 5th one.
He already did find a whole tribe of ogres in season 4.
That was in the 4th one, but that was a paradox. Yeah, but that was a paradox, so that doesn't really count.
Yeah, but they chilling in the credits.
Hmm.
He got an ogre party at the swamp.
It's been a while since I've watched Shrek, so I have no idea.
It's been a while since I've seen that.
Yeah. I wouldn't be too mad if they brought back a villain, because DreamWorks has so many great villains, but they fucked it up once with KFP4, and given like the nostalgia overdose creative dead end so much of Hollywood's in right now, I just don't trust like that.
Right. I don't know. I'm in the right.
What I definitely don't want to see in Shrek 5 is a grown-up ogre baby voiced by Aquafina.
Can you imagine?
No.
Why the fuck is she in everything now? She must have some dirt on a powerful Hollywood exec.
Oh wait, is this the girl from the Marvel films where she was in?
Shang-Chi, yep, Seven Rings, yep.
Yeah, and the Scuttle song from Ariel.
Was good. Oh yeah, Scuttle. She was Scuttle.
I hate that. I would absolutely hate it. Like, she's a good actress, but I don't want to hear her be like, "Hey guys, let's make the swamp song." And like, get out my swamp. I don't like it.
She's good. I just don't get who thinks she's put her in everything good.
She got popular one time, and now she's in almost everything.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh man, like, you've got to put her in this. Why? Well, she's really popular with the kids. She'll be great for Shrek.
If it turns out she's doing it by blackmailing a Hollywood executive, then she's got me rooting for her, because fuck those guys.
What do you reckon which she would have on someone?
It's Hollywood. They're fucking evil. Pick your poison.
I would want to go with something really subtle, like, the director just likes to cut his nails a little bit too short, and that's it. Something so stupid that they'd be like, "Oh my god!" Like, he was like, "Oh, like you're meant to cut them at a certain angle, but he's like, he does it a little bit too shorter than everyone." It's just like, god damn. Or he makes like, gets his nail clippings and makes like a DeLorean out of them from Back to the Future, and he's just like, like, if anyone finds out this secret, I'll be over and done with. And like, no one would give a shit about it. It's like, put her in everything.
like what for? She knows I cut my nails down to the nubs.
Yeah, I love this thing. And it's like, it's like, so why is this case? Well, I played the Atomi Star Trek Next Generation little handheld thing that no one gives a shit about, and I absolutely love it the most. And it's like, what? It's all these like little things that wouldn't be major, or it's like he liked a tweet of like a seagull on a beach, and he's just like, man, if people find out, I'm fucked. And it's like, this is nothing. This is nothing bad.
Like, oh my god, he likes a bird on a beach. Wait, what?
But yeah, it's like, what the hell? Or he's just like, man, I really love The Fifth Element. It's so great. And everyone's just like, really? You like it a little bit too much? He's just like, I can't do it. Like, I have the multipass prop. This is the best thing in the world.
He likes that blue-haired alien chick from The Fifth Element.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
no.
it's just like, guys, if anyone finds out that I have the Captain Planet full set of adult rings, I'll be over. And that's all it is. It's just all these things. Like no one would care at all. It'd be like, oh wow, you've got the entire set of Planeteer rings. That's really cool. So,
like, right.
Marty. My favorite one's Marty. Oh god, no! You love the heart guy. And that's it.
No. I could have taken the wind, or the water, or the air, or the fire. No, you like the heart. What?
Yeah, it's hard. That does nothing really. Nothing at all, and it's just like, oh god, no, I really like this. He's my favorite.
I think Ted Turner just really got pissed at some dude, and he's like, "You're going in my show, and you're getting the lamest superpower ever."
Yeah. Did you ever have you ever seen the two band episodes?
Nah,
Of
never seen
Captain
it.
Planet. So it's one where they go to Afghanistan, and two is the AIDS episode.
I made an episode about AIDS. The fuck?
Yes. Yeah. Hang on, let me pull up the synopsis. Captain.
How does that sound morbidly dark?
Oh, it was really weird, like AIDS episode, right?
I love it when cartoons get morbidly dark.
So it's called A Formula for Hate. Let me load it up, and I'll read it to you. Okay.
Read me the formula for hate.
Okay. The venomous scum breaks into a doctor's office and searches through medical files. He discovers that a basketball player named Todd Andrews, voiced by Neil Patrick Harris, which I only just found that out now, has been diagnosed as being HIV positive, and Scum starts spreading rumors that Todd has AIDS, turning his classmates and the townspeople against him. The Planeteers see posters of Scum has made about Todd plastered on the walls all over town. The townspeople then wreck Todd's mother's vegetable stand. The Planeteers arrive to drive the angry mob away, but Todd then disappears, fleeing to an old shack. After having a nightmare where his girlfriend, mother, brother, best friend, and coach all tell him that they're a disappointment in him. Or they're in disappointment in him. Todd decides to go back, only to find that the boat he used to reach the shack is gone, leaving him stranded. Marty uses his heart ring power to pinpoint Todd's location, and the Planeteers summon Captain Planet, who brings Todd back. When the crowd, with Scrum among them, act angrily to Todd's presence at the school's basketball game, Captain Planet and Ted's coach set the record straight, with Captain Planet telling the crowd that they have been led astray by lies, and the coach tells them that they can't get AIDS by casual contact. While the crowd cheer Todd, Scum and his hench rat try to sneak off, only to be intercepted by Captain Planet, who delays them enough for the police to arrive and arrest them. That's an entire episode that apparently has been banned. What's the Afghanistan one?
Unban it.
But why was it banned though? It sounds wholesome enough, but why was it banned?
I think it's because of AIDS and stuff like that. Like back then, it was like a huge thing.
Yeah, it was mad taboo back then.
Oh god, is this? I won't. Oh my god! Like I'm not going to read the episode synopsis, but the other one is Captain Planet. If it's Doomsday, there must be Belfast, and I'm like, oh, I can see why this was bad. Okay, the plot synopsis: Venom Scum. Oh dear god, it's always the rat, isn't it? Makes a bet with Duke Nukem that the human race will cause the end of the world through their own ignorance and prejudice. that they taunt Gear and the Planeteers to try and stop them, as they revealed that there are hidden nuclear bombs in 3 warning hotspots. The Planeteers split up to try and convince the opposing sides to cooperate and locate the nuclear bombs before it's too late, which is easier said than done. Yeah, then they went, fuck it, we don't give a shit. Ted's like, yeah, just write these episodes. Yeah. So reading, well, I'm not going to go in this one, but this one here says, when it begins looking like the sides are making peace, Scum and Nukem fly towards South Africa to try and trigger the bombs themselves. But the Planeteers are able to aim their rings towards the sun and summon Captain Planet, who quickly retrieves all 3 nukes and hurls them far into the sun, so that the fallout doesn't return to Earth. So Captain Planet is able to come in and grab these nukes. He's like, boys.
Hold up. So they managed to summon him to get the 3 nukes, and he just flings them towards the sun. What the hell?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's literally like say things like with Superman, isn't it? Hurl these things right into the sun. So, like, the thing is, like, as soon as you know, yeah, Scum and Nukem are like, yeah, we've got like nukes. Captain Planet, we're not going to fuck with this. We don't care. We'll just bring in Captain Planet, and he'll do it. Like, fuck this shit.
But the thing is, you're hurling 3 nuclear bombs into a burning star.
It's not going to do anything, is it? It's just they'll burn up. Like, it's such a weird thing. I just find it funny that these episodes were banned.
I'm gonna go get a spoon for my yogurt. I'll be right back.
He's like, damn, I need to go get some Martee.
Get my whip.
How many episodes of Captain Planet were banned? Because I would laugh if like, okay, 5 episodes that went absolutely wrong. Okay, which one were they? Okay, Captain Planet doesn't. Okay, oh god, no, damn. That's a bad one right there.
Which one is that?
I can't say it. I literally can't say it online. Oh god, these were so bad. Hell. Like, they must have gave no shits. Like, absolutely gave no shits from what I've seen.
Was it made in the 90s?
Yeah, like,
Okay, just answer this question. Does it have obscene words in it that can't be said on air?
yes, it has lots of words that can't be said on there.
Damn.
Yeah, like just Google, if you want, just Google how many episodes of Captain Planet was banned. So yeah, tons of stuff, tons and tons. Oh, Captain Planet! I didn't realize you were that bad.
We didn't realize you were hurt so.
Oh God, Jesus, like, I'm so glad they never. Well, I mean, they did sort of make a live action thing of it, but that was a commercial. But I'm so glad they never made a live action version of it.
I think it would be the worst thing in the world if they decided to make a lot. Like, I know they did that comedy skit like ages ago, but I'm just like, would it translate well? I would like the rings, though, to be fair. I'd love the rings. I know they did adult versions of them like years ago, but you can't buy them anymore. And I'm like, man, I want a whole set of all the rings.
Right.
Bro, didn't we get a live action Captain Planet thing with Don Cheadle in it?
Yeah, that's what I remember, where everyone turned into trees. And he went absolutely crazy. I think they said like Don Cheadle would actually do that again. I was like, yeah, do it.
Yes.
That man was unhinged when that first came out.
Oh god, who did that? I know it wasn't. It was either Disney or College Humor.
I think it was College Humor.
Oh, it was Funny or Die.
Oh, was it Funny or Die? Okay.
That thing was unhinged when it first came out.
Captain Planet at some point, like you put a Captain Planet character in The Boys, he'd be an eco-terrorist.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Would absolutely destroy everything. I'm very surprised like they haven't actually redone Captain Planet. Like, you know, for this day and age.
They will at some point. It's a question of if not when.
I
It's
think
like they do a take from The Boys where like the whole team they're just evil eco-terrorists who brought the whole goal out of balance.
In the words of South Park, make it lame.
Yeah. Yo, bouncing back to Shrek 5 real quick, just tangentially. What do y'all think of the Donkey spin-off coming up?
It'll be interesting to see if they do it. I think it will do well. I generally do, but I feel like I think people will see it as a cash grab.
Yeah,
I mean,
you first, Phil.
not like I'm curious to see how they're going to work it, but like what would the story be?
Yeah, because like Puss in Boots, he's a much easier character to make spin-offs with because he's an action adventure oriented rogue who's made enemies. You know, shit happens to him and around him. That's just kind of, he can't really get away from that. Donkey's like the second half of a buddy duo and a comic relief character. Like, what do you do with that story?
I don't know.
Unless you go the direction of Memeverse Chronicles and bring Dark Lord Donkey out.
I don't know actually. I don't know. See, I have no idea because again, I haven't seen a lot of Shrek for a long time.
I mean, they could do good things with it. Eddie Murphy is so damn good behind the mic as that character. I think that's his best work. But there's not much of a story there.
Have you noticed though he's actually come back into the limelight? Like it seems like he disappeared for such a long time, and now he's back.
Yeah, he wanted to spend time with his family.
Ah.
Yeah, I relate. I relate to that. Dude's just like work-life balance. I need a break. I'm piecing out for now. I have too much money for this.
Yeah. I just find it interesting. Like he's just suddenly like come back. I think the problem is with I think the main problem with all of this is it's just gonna be a cash grab. I feel like it'll be more of a comedy show than it will be like there'll be any plot. And I feel like that's what they're kind of aimed for. Let's make this a comedy. Let's make this fun, and then just have a laugh with it. I think that's maybe what people want more than anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I mean, if they turn Kung Fu Panda into just comedy, just a nothing burger comedy, they'll do worse to Shrek. So
yeah.
I'm still like, I want to be optimistic. I want to think that this will be a good. I want to think that this is a good thing. Them going back to Shrek, but I am not betting on it.
I think it will do well. I don't think it's going to do super well. So that's what I'm kind of thinking about.
It's gonna make money.
Yeah, it will make a decent amount. I don't think it's going to be like super mega or anything like that. It will make a decent amount because it's one of those films that's had a backing since day one. People obviously like the new generation are going to kind of like want to watch it, and
the old generation is going to want to go back to it for nostalgia because it's a potent drug.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It's hard now when everyone just wants to go back.
which I like to some degree, but I also think we should be like moving forward like
Yeah.
a lot more than anything.
hmm
So that's how I kind of see it. I don't like the fact of always like going back to the roots of something or like reliving it. Like if they say at the end of Shrek 4 was the last one, I'd be okay with that because
Yeah.
there's nothing left.
hmm It was a good final chapter.
Hmm,
Tied it all up in a neat little bow.
yeah, exactly. Um, yeah, I don't think it works roughly a lot these days, but again, it's like, oh my god, my childhood, I need my childhood again. It's like, okay, cool, that's fine.
Yeah, I mean and I get people wanting Power Rangers back, but it seems like I caught that part of the combo earlier before I showed up. I get that a lot of people want Power Rangers back, but it seems like Hasbro just, they did everything they needed to do to sell those toys. And they are a toy
Mm.
company first and foremost, so they're going to settle for that. And at DreamWorks is just going to keep milking the cash cow similarly because
Yeah.
there's a lot more money there, and that's what these companies are first and foremost. They are businesses. They are there
Mm.
to make money first and foremost, no matter what the cost.
Yeah, I mean, I get the whole making money. I really do. But I feel like mainly with Power Rangers is that all this sort of stuff's been done. Like you had Bandai come along and go, here's my morphing, here's my morphing. And then Disney did the exact same thing a little bit. And then obviously Bandai did it again with when Saban. And now Hasbro doing it. It's a point where I get that nostalgia will sell, but it gets also to the point of it gets oversaturated. Like if Mighty Morphin had never really been touched after so and so, then I feel like it would have more of an impact. But because the brand focused a lot on it all the time, that's what really kind of got people over and over and over again. So yeah, to me personally, them wanting to shop it around, it's fine, but take the suits and just make something new. Don't go like, oh, we've got to go back to the 90s because it just doesn't work.
Mm-hmm. I think there's plenty of room for like the next Power Rangers, not just a fan series, but like a show that takes what worked about Power Rangers, a similar aesthetic, a similar feel, and just takes it in a whole new direction. Something that's less formulaic, something less Monster of the Week, which Cosmic Fury actually did a really good job breaking away from that formula. But yeah, I mean, I get why people are frustrated that they're ending it the way they did. I mean, there is a lot more there, but yeah, if you're gonna focus so much on wanting to go back, you're gonna miss the next Power Rangers when it comes around.
Yeah. I think it's more. I think these companies want to relive what it did in the 90s. And I still think Power Rangers was the last show to ever do something that big where you sell out stadiums, or the Orlando Universal Studios, you sold out toys that they were going off the shelf. And I feel like it's because of no one really knew what tokusatsu was back in the day. So this was something completely different. The
Yeah.
problem is, I feel now is like you can't recreate that because certain like TV shows aren't like toy commercials. The fact is that okay, Super Sentai to some degree does kind of show that because it's the gimmick of the week. Here is a key, here is a gear, here is whatever. I'm putting it into my morpher and I'm doing it. So that does sell. But I don't see it as like this is a toy commercial. It's like it is a product that has the occasional go buy my shiz. Um, yeah, I think just in general, like if you're going to try and sell this to the networks, as Power Rangers, don't look back at what it is. If you're just using the Mighty Morphing suits, make something interesting, like say the Boom Comics. They took Mighty Morphing and they just literally ran with it, and they made some interesting stories. They expanded on the lore. You had, like, say, Astronomer and Ecliptor. You had a Wild West type theme for a while. You introduced Lord Draken. You had like the Omega Rangers, you had Shattered Grid, and all these are interesting storylines that you could bring into the Power Ranger fandom live action. But the companies won't, because they won't be like, oh, let's remake II Guy. And like, the fuck wants II Guy? Like, I think that's what gets me a lot, is they're not looking forward. It's just like, oh, we want the 90s back. And like, obviously the stuff with Hasbro right now is they shop around and said this show is set in the 90s, or this show is going to be like the 90s version. And it's like, no one wants that. It's like, say The Flash. Like, everyone got really annoyed that every single main bad guy of the Flash was a speedster. And it's like, stop being a speedster. And then when they actually did change it, everyone's like, I want a speedster back.
Yeah, I mean, Power Rangers are basically superheroes. That's what they are functionally. And there was a long time where superheroes had like no personalities, because writers wanted audiences to be able to insert themselves into those characters. But then you had like things like the introduction of Spider-Man. He's a working class hero with problems that we all deal with in the everyday. They get more into Batman's psyche and what it means to be Superman and all that. Like, they explore the superheroes as characters, and they take it to the next level by going, it's not what they can do that makes them exceptional. It's what they do in spite of all the odds against them, like everything they could do instead. They've never really done that with Power Rangers. I feel like there has always been this foot stuck in the first superhero phase that they've just never been able to get out of.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I agree. I think it's just, for me personally, I've always wanted this franchise to grow. And I feel like Mighty Morphin superheroes holds it back, because the fans never grow out of it, because it's my childhood, and that's all that we hear. And superheroes evolve over time, but they just seem to I feel like they seem to not give a shit, and it's just like, what makes me money? Let's make another Tommy figure. All right, cool. That's sold some stuff, and then that's it. But I don't know. I don't think Power Rangers is coming back. I feel like it's not going to come back at all. They've cancelled the reboot. They're shopping it around. They just really just don't give a shit.
And I get the people who feel like Hasbro's just kind of kicking them in the balls with that, because to just throw it out completely, reboot, canceled, like, what did they do with the Lightning Collection again? Did they put it off? Did they cancel it?
So what happened was, because there were so many problems with the quality control and a load of other things, they then turned around and said it's going on a hiatus for like until, I think it was like 2025, something like that, because they wanted to get it correct. But now then they sold the toy license to Playmates, so they're the ones that are going to make the toys. So effectively, the Lightning Collection died with the end of, like, with a brand new wave. So you had like Lightspeed, Lightspeed, RPM, and I think that's it. And then you had so many figures that hadn't been finished, which they could have spent so much time, but they just decided to be like, nah, fuck it, start a new wave. You guys will like that. Fuck it. And it's just like, no, finish the ones off first and then give closure. But they wouldn't.
Yeah. It sucks, but I think it's just kind of time to accept where it is for now, at least. I mean, like, the situation could change down the road. Power Rangers still has a powerhouse fan base. It's done for now. And I think the future of the franchise, at least for the time being, is in the hands of the fans. And we're at least getting better and better projects there, and better things with the original projects. I mean, yeah,
I think original projects with fans doing stuff, that's absolutely fine. But I feel like most of it seems to be all the same. That's what I kind of understand. It's always like, use Draken, use this, use that. And it's cool that you're
I'm
people.
so sick of Kraken. He's an
Yeah.
overrated, more like Lord Overrated Hacking. Get him the fuck out of here.
Yeah, but because Boom have done this, everyone wants to have the evil ranger, or they take a ranger and make a version of Draken themselves. And I like something that builds world building, but to me, it's something where I don't know that many people who do stuff. So I know, obviously, I know what you've done in Unworthy and that. But when it comes to other projects, I have no idea because either they don't get talked about. They, it's always the same sort of thing, and it's like either some of it's really good or some of it's really bad. And
If they even happen at all.
yeah, but I feel like a lot of people talk about it at the same time. Like, oh, I've got this really great idea that a cat comes out and is the next Zordon and recruits all these people, and then blah blah blah. And it's like, but I want to say, I'm still writing it. Okay, when's this going to come out? Oh, I don't know. We need to write it. Okay, that's fine. I'll wait. And it's like 5-10 years later. Have you finished it? No, I haven't. I gave up on that. You're like, what? I was willing to support this as well.
Bro, it sucks if you donate money to the Kickstarter and you can't get it back.
Yeah, like part of me, like when it comes to Kickstarters now, because you've had so many problems with, say, I don't know, like Rangers taking advantage, or people coming in saying, like, making their own thing. I think what it should be is go make it, spend your own money, get everything ready, put out a trailer, and go, this will come out so and so, and then just wait for the donations to come in. You can say already shot, but we need this, or just say here's a trailer, and then don't tell them that it's made, and be like, it'll be released in like 6 months time, we need your help. And then just kind of add in the perks like that. If you need to do a cheeky reshoot, do a cheeky reshoot, but take it from there. Like, just have it ready to go. And I think that's what people want now. Same thing as like if Unworthy decided to drop a Kickstarter, I guarantee that would be funded so quickly because they produce the actual product rather than just kind of like, rather than leave people in the dust, or we're not going to make this, that sort of thing.
Yeah. I mean, if you're gonna, I think a good strategy for fan creators who actually want to get the ball rolling, I mean, they need the funding, but have something first that you can give them in exchange for the funding. Don't pay in promises.
Yeah. Like the fact is, like, most people now have, I think, the entire equipment that they want to make. So you can make something on an iPhone. You can download an app like the Blackmagic app, and you can make something if your phone is powerful enough. You can buy a camcorder that is HD. You can buy like DJI Osmos 3. Not sponsored by any of this. We're not sponsored, but you have all these abilities that you can make something. If you want to, go online and be like, hey, I need a writer. And some people might go, do you know what, I need to, I want to practice writing, and then just sit down and talk about it. You can find people that might do, say, visual effects or editing or whatnot. And it's all these things that you can work on. And as soon as you put that project out, it can lead to other things. It can lead to people going like, oh shit, I want to hire you. Or you can say, well, this film cost us minimum of $500 to make. We want to make that much money later on, and then you learn about these skills. So I would like to see like people who are making these projects actually produce stuff. Like I want to say it's easy, and I know it's not, but I feel like you could easily start working and putting stuff out there. You can make YouTube content, you can stream, you can raise funds. It's just actually making this, in my eyes, just make the stuff.
Yeah. Well, that gives me an idea. I'm putting down a topic for next time, but yeah, I mean, one of the beautiful things about the internet is in the past, if you wanted to make anything or be anyone in the creative space, you had to go to one of the big cities like LA or New York and impress one of the 4 or 5 kingmakers there. Now you can be your own kingmaker, and filmmaking is a very accessible thing. If you want to make a movie, you can just go make a movie. I mean, like, if you wanted to do something like remake the fight between Achilles and Hector from Troy, like you could make that on like a $65-$85 budget. Just like get the outfits, get the weapons. They got the wall of Troy in the background, but you don't need that there. You just need to make the fight happen.
Yeah,
You need
exactly.
to sell the emotions. That's you don't need much in the way of money at all for that. So
Yeah.
it's an opportunity for Power Rangers creators, for just creators in general. And like you know what I'd love to see is somebody, a creator or something, like just a fan creator in the Power Rangers sphere. Imagine what a fake video game would look like.
Hmm.
How
I think
familiar are you with fake video games?
I know you've talked about it. Like there's a YouTube channel or something that they made a few trailers and something, but I don't know super too much about it.
Yeah, like I it's honestly worth its own topic for a later time, but like I mean they've done things like there's this creator named Lumpy Touch who makes basically cutscenes in Game Boy style for a theoretical video game that doesn't exist. Like he does one for Garfield. Basically, Garfield is this Lovecraftian nightmare about to end the world.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
And Breaking Bad Game Boy, where like what happens? Like it's basically like the plot of Breaking Bad, but the characters are turning into kaiju, fighting through the streets of Albuquerque. And like they have like the same themes, same emotional resonance, and everything. Like I mean, it's a new medium, a lot of untapped potential there. I think it's a good place to go for any Power Rangers creator who's willing to put in the work.
I think I do kind of think that's in a way some downfall, because a lot of these creators that they don't want to put in the hard work.
Yeah.
And I think that really like annoys, like that does annoy me, because the fact is, like, I mean, I'm partial to this at times, so again, I can be annoyed at myself, but where I'll say I want to do something and then I won't do it, but I like to talk about it. And I feel like some people do that, but I feel like now is a time where you have all these tools. So if you want to do like the fake video game, or you want to make your own Ranger film or Star Wars or Star Trek film, I feel like you can do it. I just feel like it's a drive. It's more like stop talking about the idea, because someone like told me about this like ages ago, like a YouTuber, and she said like she doesn't like to make New Year's resolutions, because the second she tells someone about it and they go, "Oh my God, like, I want to lose weight," or I want to, go skydiving or something. And then someone goes, "Wow, that's really cool. I think that's amazing." You have that instant praise. So you're like, okay, I don't need to focus in on this anymore. And I always find that a very interesting thing. So it's more like, why say something and then not do it? Yeah, it takes time to make something or to prep it, but then produce it, make it, have it happen.
It's yeah, bro. Instant gratification. It's shit, man. I mean, like you gotta, because if you want to make this stuff, you actually have to be willing to delay gratification and go through the harder parts of the process. And if you don't like the process, you're not going to get the result.
Yeah.
And even if you do get the result, it's not going to satisfy you.
Yeah, exactly. I think that if you're going to make these things now, just do it. Just, either announce it and then be held accountable. Like my friends like had a massive go at me for a film that we all shot like 8 years ago, and I was always saying I was working on it. But then when I tried to explain the situation, the reason why I didn't want to work on it, I think I told one of my friends about this, and he was just like, oh, "Okay, I can see the reason why." Is because like halfway through filming, I got dumped. And I was just like, I don't particularly want to work on a project that I know exactly the pinpoint time where someone sent me a message going, "We have to break up," and then I have to kind of sit through this type thing. I mean, it doesn't bother me now, but at that time it was always a thing. But my friends would just joke, always be like, "Oh, that film's been like 3 years late. By the time this film comes out, or by the end of Endgame, like that film won't be made, but Marvel will have gone through a whole roster." And I'm like, fuck, okay. And in the end, I was just like, do you know what? Fuck it. Let's just get this done. I reshot the ending and I made it what I liked, because the what we shot, I hated. And it was literally the Red Ranger gets hit by a car. And I was like, oh, man, that's just such a weak ass ending. But my friends thought it was really fun at the time. And I was like, that's cool. It's not what I want to like put at the end. So I just reshot it and went, there you go. Ending's done. That's all I'm doing.
Sick. All right. Is the film available online?
It is. I will link it in our chat.
Thank you.
It's only like 2 minutes long as well. So, but yeah, just so if anyone's watching, which I know that they all are, just make shit. Just fucking make shit. That's what everyone wants.
Yeah, make. That's all there is to it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Funny, like the funny thing is though, this film that I'm about to link you, actually, it was, you could say, was at the beginning of Unworthy and what they wanted to do, and we thought about this like 8 years ago, and we just didn't do anything with it. If we did, we could have made something really cool. But I didn't because I'm a silly Billy, and I was just like, fuck. So
yeah, so I know we don't have. You want to wrap it up in a bit?
yeah, we can wrap it up. What are your thoughts on Boogie, by the way?
Oh my God, what a Greek fucking tragedy! I was actually gonna bring that up as a final thing to talk about, but I'm gonna admit I'm a little behind on the specifics, but I know he's been scamming his fans.
Yeah.
At least one of those scams is a cancer scare, right?
So I'll give you the law because I went over this at the beginning. Okay, so yeah, he did the crypto scam and took 10 grand, 5 grand at the very beginning to promote it, and then it was going to be 5 grand at the very end. So I don't know if he took the other 5 grand because he basically backtracked and took everything down. But then he went on lol cow live. I never know how to say it. So with this, like, Destiny came on their stream and questioned Buggy and was just like, look, if you can show us your medical results through the patient portal, then I will give you 5 grand, and I will give you I will pay for a trip to Disneyland for you, or to Disney at least. So Boogie was like, no, I'm not. I'm not going to show my medical records with you at all. Like, fuck you type thing. So then Mudahar comes in and goes, I will give you 50 grand if you just show your portal, not to the whole world, not to like you or me or anything like that, but to like Keem or to like Mudahar himself. And Boogie went, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to give you the satisfaction of my results. So he kept going like, here it is. I've got it. Here's on my phone. I can see it right here. Look at it. I'm not going to do it. Hence trying to tease them. So the other YouTubers came in and it got up to 85 grand that, just for a screenshot to send to Keem and to Mudahar or something like that. But Boogie wouldn't allow it. It then found out like a few days later or a week later, Boogie lied and was like, I can't find it in my portal. I don't know where it is. Like, I've been looking for hours and I can't find it. Woe is me. And everyone's just like, you don't have it. Like, you fucking don't. There was tons of stuff where he would say one thing and then lied about the next, etc., etc. And it got really bad. And then quite recently, he just went, yeah, I don't have, I haven't been diagnosed with it. But I may have it. And it's like, and
I may have it.
Yeah. People then went, well, hang on a minute, you said that for 2 years that you had cancer. And it's not like, oh, it's a mislip. Like, I've never done it. He said on tweets that he was diagnosed with it. He made videos when people were calling him out. There was so much sort of stuff. But then when he would go against people, like, he would do the whole thing of a sad sack and be like, I'm so sorry, guys. But then when someone would say something, he was like, I hate you. And he would just go from one extreme to the other. So he got fired off Keemstar's show, which I think isn't going to happen. I think he's going to come back at some point and be like, we've spoken to Boogie, we've done this. But Boogie would also turn around and be like, I'm not sharing these medical records with you because this is my last decency. But yet would then turn around and go, well, you can look at my bank records. I'll strip naked right now so you can bear everything.
And this is the same guy who said he wanted privacy, right?
Yeah. So, but then he said later on in the stream, like he wouldn't share his medical records, but then he would send results of his blood test, blah blah blah, and everyone's just turned around and said, "We don't want to see your entire records. We just want to see that it says you have polycythemia vera." That's all they wanted to see, and it wasn't like, "Oh, we have to screenshot it." Like they just want to send it to Keem and Mudahar and say, "Just look at it, like so you've proven this to us." And so we can see this, and then they're not going to leak it. They'll just go, okay, yeah, he does, and that's it. They're not going to leak the documents. But yeah, Boogie like dropped down like just 85K for it. He's like, I wouldn't take you could pay me 100 grand, $1 million, I still wouldn't show it. And it's like, it's because you don't have it. That's the only reason. Is you get caught out, you will literally be ripped to shreds by the internet again.
Dude, I know people. I know people who lost parents to cancer when they were like in high school, middle school. People who lie about that shit deserve a special place in hell.
Yeah, exactly. Over COVID, I lost two of my friends to cancer. My uncle at the moment, he's going to be gone in a few months' time because he has cancer, and it's going to literally kill him. Like it's not something where it can be treated. It will literally like kill him. And I get really angry about this because Boogie's turning around going, well, I didn't get diagnosed with it. I just said I had it. And it's like, dude, what the fuck? This is career ending online. Like no matter what he says, like people were saying that what he was going to do is he's going to Photoshop it or inspect elements it so he could change his prognosis to say he does actually have it. And it's like no matter what he says now, is even if he does have it, no one's going to care, no one's going to believe him because he's lied about this for 2 years and attacked people that have had it. And I'm just like, why? Like I think that if he turned around and were like, shit, sorry, I got it wrong, I think people would therefore respect him a bit more and go, okay, you got it wrong, you heard it, you got scared, shit, are you okay type thing. But for 2 years to then say like to attack people as well, it's just really, really fucking frustrating. But he always lies, and that's the worst thing.
And he gets so angry because he's a narcissist, and there's nothing angrier than a narcissist caught in a lie.
Yeah. I mean, can you imagine, like, for 2 years that you've been saying, yeah, I have this, I have that, and then all of a sudden someone comes along and goes, you don't know. And that literally breaks the entire whole thing for him, where he's like, I can't get out of this, because he will always be known as the person who scammed for his fake cancer. Yeah. And it, and you have people like, that have had people die to this. And like it's like, whoopsie, I didn't mean to. Well, ooh, I didn't mean this, guys. And it's just like,
oh,
what else? Yeah, and
ho.
Yeah, and the fact is, like, there's different stages of Boogie that I've noticed. You have the whole thing of like, I'm sorry, guys, to the point where he will be he when he gets frustrated, he raises his voice a lot, like, I didn't know. And it's so infuriating. And then he has this whole anger thing. But it now brings into a whole thing. Like he does a lot of deflecting. So like when Destiny and Mudahar or basically they were on stream talking, Boogie goes,
Muda's a fucking godsend for holding that guy accountable. I know so many other people let him off the hook too easily.
Oh yeah. Like I like Mudahar's coverage on this. But Boogie every single time deflects. He went, Destiny, have you ever masturbated in front of your father? I said, what? Yeah, something like it was like, my dad, he got drunk and he exposed himself to me and made me do the same and masturbate in front of each other. And like it's like no one cares about that sort of stuff because you've lied about it. Yeah, it's instantly deflect. Like even when Mudahar was like talking about stuff, and I didn't notice this, Boogie would then raise his voice. So Mudahar could be like, "Oh man, like I don't like Mountain Dew," and then suddenly Boogie would be like, "Well, there's this," and every single time that Mudahar would speak, Boogie would try and get higher and higher to drown him out, so no one could hear about it. And he'd be like, "What did I say? What did I say?" And it's like, Boogie, fuck off. Like, literally, you just ended your entire career. You went from this really wholesome guy that everybody liked to this piece of shit that no one can stand.
Yeah, I mean, like that's why the whole thing makes me feel sad, because he was one of the original YouTubers. I mean, like, and his content was so good because he was one of the first people to show what the little guy could do, and he was this wholesome man who anybody could root for. Now he's this cowardly, pathetic, entitled snake who thinks that people should give him money just for existing.
Yeah, exactly. And I think like a lot of people have turned around to him and said that if he streams, like someone worked out that he could make $8,000 a month just by making a couple of videos a week, uploading them. You know, he could make more money by streaming, and not talking about like his pathetic life, but talking about video games, what he's been known for. And like I sat there and went, if I could make $8,000 a month just on YouTube alone, I would be happy with that. I would be like, that's paid off a lot of debts. That's paid off this. It's paid off that. I would be super happy, and I would sit there and it would be my full-time job. After taxes, it would be more than working at a video company or working in retail or working whatever job, an office job. And I would be like, I would make that content and that would just be my living. You know, hell, I could go and, you know, I could buy an office if I wanted to and then just make content there. So hearing something like where Boogie's like squandering all this thing because he wants these pity points, he wants this money. Just, hey guys, I'm talking to a camera. There you go. $8,000 a month. And it's just like, motherfucker.
Yeah. And he's a capable dude, you know? Like, I mean, if he did get a job, especially if he found something he could use I guess the now non-existent clout that he had. Like, I mean, and even without that, he's got experience. I mean, he could make something work, but he doesn't want to. He just wants these things without having to work for it. And there was this one video, I didn't see the full documentary. I forget who did it, but like someone that I know the whole documentary about his fall. I can't remember who did that, but I saw the clip where he's talking to a therapist about everything, and she is so good at her job, man. I hope she gets paid well, because she immediately pegs his problem, which is like he is always making himself out to be the victim.
Yeah, he's a professional victim.
It's all I can't. I've been hurt. And I mean, if there's any, I think that if we're going to cap that off with anything, the lesson to be learned: you're not entitled to anything. And if you drown yourself in this thought that you are, this is the kind of piece of shit you end up being. Like, is that who you want to be?
Yeah, exactly. Did you ever see like the really in-depth like documentary that he was in, and he sat down for a job interview, and she was like, yeah, like the one thing is like, because I've just recently had a job interview, and like so and I learned from that, like, shit, I shouldn't have said like what this was like working in this one company. And I just literally, like, when this woman turns to Boogie and goes, so what, you know, why shouldn't we hire you or something? He's like, well, if you Google my name, you'll see that I'm a PDF file. If you Google my name, you know, you can see that this happened, or the fact is that I beat my wife. And I'm just like, why the fuck would you, like, why would you say that sort of stuff? Like, it's just absolutely not worth it whatsoever.
And what's sad is like a lot of that comes from him genuinely believing that he can't do it. Do it anyway, bro. What's up, Ty?
Yeah.
Morning.
Yeah. Like, just to me, like, this whole thing with Boogie is, I think what it annoys me more than anything, because, you know, he's lied for such a long time, and the fact is that he will constantly keep lying. And, you know, the fact is I've made, I think, 3 to 4 videos on him. I'm writing another one, and I know, like, in the next day or two, that information's going to be old news, because he comes along and says something else. And I'm just like, how can you be this sort of person in life where you just instantly keep lying? Like, it's the boy that cried wolf. So like where he wants these sympathy points for if he does have whatever form of cancer. No one's going to give a shit. No one's going to care about him because he's lied for 2 years straight, and then he instantly just he just irritates me, and he makes my blood boil so much because again, it's just this whole woe is me thing, and it infuriates me.
Oh, boo, hoo, hoo.
And my biggest thing was when I was listening to, I think it was Destiny getting after Boogie, was if you're going to blame the doctor misdiagnosing you or something. But no, he's like, no, it's just this and this.
Yeah. Well, the two things that picked up. One, he was like, "Oh, my doctor wants it for clout," and it's like, what the fuck? And also, two, like, what sort of medical person goes like, "Okay, so you don't have this, but we're going to treat you for it anyway." It just doesn't add up because if that's the case, then for 2 years, Boogie could turn around and be like, "I'm now suing my doctor because he's done this, and I'm getting all my money back and more." And it's like, but why would you want to go through that if you haven't been diagnosed? That's what irritates me. And again, I think he just wants the pity points from it all. And that isn't something right. And I'm just like, oh, it irritates me. That's what it is. It just irritates me so much more.
I mean, do you think he's starting to do it because he wants the clout? He wants to do this now? He doesn't care?
Regardless of what he does or doesn't, nothing he does will let him get off this hook. That's it. He is completely done for. He wants it because he says that he deserves it. And it's like, no one deserves it whatsoever. But the way that he just wants those pity points, he wants to get that shield back. So if I turn around and make a video and go, "Fuck Boogie and his blah, blah, blah," later, then he can turn around and say, "Well, I have cancer, so therefore I'm allowed to be like this sad. I am dying." And it's like, you wish this on yourself, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't give you the shield. Like, I could turn around and go, "Okay, well, if that's the case, I'm using this from my traumatic past as a shield, and therefore you can't criticize me because I've gone through this, or this is what's happened to me. You can't criticize me 100%." And it's like, we just play a game. We just play a game on this one. I just think he's a piece of shit.
The only cancer he has to live with is himself.
Yeah, he is a cancer. And the fact is, he won't disappear, because when he turned around and said, like, "Oh, I'm going to go off social media. I'm going to delete my Twitter." 2 days he came back. He was like, "I'm going to delete my YouTube." And it's like, why would you delete your only source of income? And then he didn't. It's just like, he's going to hide. Now, he could do the best thing and just disappear offline, don't come back, and then come back later on. And some people may have forgotten, but they won't. But now this has forced open the stuff of people are going to look into his past. And I've already seen a video of someone from 6 years ago talking about their experience with him. And these are the little things now that come up because people will start digging. And that's it. They'll constantly try and find everything and unravel. I personally, because I know we've got to wrap this up, personally, I don't think anything that he said in his past has happened to him. Because if he's lied about this, what else has he lied for? And I just don't believe anything that he says.
Yeah, he's done a crypto scam on top of that. I mean, yeah, I can't believe this guy is 49.
Yeah, exactly.
This is infant shit.
Yeah. Can you imagine we all know what he spent his money on. He spent his money on collectibles. Again, some of that can be fine. Magic the Gathering cards, again, like hookers, again, that's fine. But the way that he is with women and stuff, it's like, you would think that if you live in if say, for example, I moved out and I got another house, and then suddenly I skyrocketed on fame of YouTube, and I was getting, like, say, £10,000, £20,000 per month, I'd be like, I'm paying off that mortgage. I am fucking paying that off right now, because if something happened like a year later, no one remembered me, or I lost all my money, at least I'd have a house, something above me that I can sleep in. Even if the power goes out, the water stops, at least I've got a place that I can sleep in, that I feel safe in. And Boogie was just like, I have to pay off my mortgage. Bitch, you don't have to pay fuck all.
I mean, granted, mortgages and medical bills can stack up, but with how popular he was, I don't believe that for a second. I think he should have had that paid off, like you said, paid off like maybe his second year.
Yeah, he would at one point he was a millionaire, and the fact is that he just blew it on collectibles and hookers and stuff like that. It's more like you can do what you want with your money, but at the end of the day, think of the basic things that you have to think of first. You're obviously he's going to get into a relationship again at some point, so you would go, I'm going to make sure that that person's fine. The way that he speaks, like I'm going to die tomorrow, blah blah blah. Just turn around and go, here at least I've got a house for them that they can live in, or for whoever. Just do it that way. But he just doesn't want to, and I think he just wants to be a sad sack all the time. Woe is me, pities me, give me money so I can buy a fitty, and that's it.
And I think he just generates clout on himself for the negativity, for the pity party, like you said. It's sad.
Yeah, he always does, and that's what annoys me most of all. So, but yeah, there's so much more that we probably haven't even like dived in on or anything like that. But there's too much stuff to even cover.
I think that after this, I mean, he's already pretending to be a victim. He's probably gonna step it up a notch, dig deeper, blame everything on something mental or physical, whatever. And then after that, he's going to do something bad again, because it seems like he's got a cycle at this point.
Yeah, he has. I think I was watching Nux Taku talk about this, and he just said he's probably going to fake a suicide.
Yep.
I was just
He'd
like,
do it.
Yeah, I reckon he would, and he kept doing it, because on one of the live streams he was just like, yeah, I won't be here anymore. Yeah, that's all paid for. Yeah, I won't be here. And everyone's like, you're suicide baiting now. And he was just like, no, I'm just not going to be here. And then like in another stream later, when Destiny was talking to him, Boogie just lost it, went and grabbed a knife and was just like, this is what you want me to do, Destiny? You want me to cut myself? And I was just like, man, what a fucking pathetic loser.
I mean, granted, Destiny has that demeanor and that how do I want to put it? Oh, what's his
He
name?
got kicked off Kick this weekend for a reason.
Yeah.
Well,
he's gone off the rails before.
Yeah, I mean, I get
debates can get very heated.
Even when he's making a good point, he'll make it in like a way where he twists the knife in somebody.
Yeah. I mean, I get that. I mean, I don't watch a lot of him, but yeah, I can get what he does. But I think it's more to the point of Boogie went way too far in doing that, because he thought, well, this would be the best option, and it's not. It's just a thing where he wants that sympathy, where I'm gonna cut here and I'm gonna bleed out. It's like, Boogie, you're not gonna do it, and then people are gonna be like, oh my god, Boogie, don't do it. And he's gonna be like, yes, the praise has gotten me. I love the praise from the chat right about now. It's just like, oh fucking hell, Boogie.
Just sad, very.
Yeah.
But
pretty much.
If we're gonna wrap it up on any note, let's send it with a good moral for the beautiful men, women, and children out there, and everybody, I guess. You're not entitled to anything. Don't think you are.
Yeah. And just if you've got problems with your doctor, make sure you get a proper diagnosis rather than fucking lie.
If you need a second opinion, get a damn second opinion. It ain't hard.
Don't
Pretty
fake
much.
cancer. Don't fake cancer, otherwise you deserve to burn in hell.
Yes, pretty much. But with that, boys and girls, we're gonna end it here. It's been a lovely 2 hours and almost 15-minute stream. If you like this content, like the stream, share it, talk about it with your friends, and leave some comments everywhere, because we'll talk about more of this stuff at some point, because I don't think the Boogie thing's gonna stop anytime soon. Which, if we were monetized, it'd be cool. Help us get that step.
Monetized.
Catch you nerds later around the globe.
Bye.